I've hit that age where I go, well, they're all lying little. I hope you're bearing up with all this. It's not even all this, is it? It's all the uncertainty. That's what really gets me down. Maybe I don't know, maybe I've got some sort of OCD, but even in normal times, if I've planned everything, if something goes wrong or someone says, oh, I can't, I'll go, cancel it. Cancel it all. I'm never doing anything ever again. If I book a flight, right, and they go, oh, it's an hour delayed, right, never, yeah, you're never going to work again. Just everything's up in the air. You can't look forward to anything. Do you know the worst thing is, as well? Apart from the and the strain on the health service and people losing their livelihoods and that, the worst thing is in charge, do what they want. And you know what? I can you know, because the people in charge, the posh, privileged people in charge, were acting like Charlie Sheen. I mean, really rubbing salt in the wound. And as I say, I don't get political, but they're all... When are we going to stop taking went to Eton as a qualification to run the country? I mean, now. Oh, you've got to have rules. Unless you're the Prime Minister. Political satire, isn't it? I don't get political. I feel like it though. I'm getting angrier and holding it all in more and more. Even live, I don't really get political. I think I've been naive. I've hit that age where I go, well, they're all lying, little corrupt. It was just lying in their own part, and I just think I thought there was good guys and bad guys, but now I just think they're all little. Is that political? Is that some really nuanced insight into the workings of society? Greedy little posh. Good. That's why I don't get political. I've noticed all around, you know, there's a lot of annoyance and frustration, totally justified as well. Misinformation, anger, anxiety and depression, you know. But I do notice, I have noticed that it's getting a lot of people down. So, when you can't do stuff, you think, well, I've got to do something. We're built like that. We've got to do something. You know, it's so this helped me doing this. Just, you know, talking. Yeah.
Apple roared into the TV game with a morning show, a superb drama, yeah. A superb drama about the importance of dignity and doing the right thing, made by a company that runs in China. So, well, you say you, but the companies you work for, I mean, unbelievable. Apple, Amazon, Disney. If started a streaming service, you'd call your agent, wouldn't you? So, if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and... So... It's already 3 hours long.
Yeah, okay. Well, I hope you're bearing up and right. Have a good time. Tatty bye everyone. Be nice to animals. Tatty bye.
Yeah, no, we should.
That's the issue we have in our country. You got to use rape in our kids. This is our country. How about becoming your country if you're in your kids?
Let's walk. To avoid an escalation of the confrontation, I attempted to move Zahin away. Are you okay?
Yeah. Because I'm used.
Here in Nuneaton, tensions around immigration are running high.
You're going on camera. I just come up to him to say thank you for today, put my hand out to shake his hand, and what did you say? I'm not shaking your hand. Why?
I'm completely impartial. I'm not showing any sides.
Well, you can't shake hands with someone that's saying thank you. I tell you what, mate, I know that all the police aren't the same, but that is disgraceful. I can't believe that. I cannot believe I went to shake his hand to say thank you for today, and he wouldn't shake my hand. Do you want to reconsider? Because I'm going to post this. I'm thanking you for what you've done today, and you won't shake my hand.
So I'm here to do a job.
You won't
shake hands. That's all.
You won't shake my hand.
That's all. Just do a job.
Shame on you. Shame on you. I'm f***ing appalled. I'm f***ing appalled. Look at that man. Wouldn't shake my hand. I come over with an open hand and an open heart. Wow. Shame on you. Animal.
If you come and you claim asylum, until you're granted it, you can't work. And you get, if you're put up in a hotel or a hostel or whatever, if you get meals, you get £10 a week cash to buy clothes, toothpaste, whatever. If you don't get meals and you're living somewhere, you get 50, I think it's 49 quid a week. It's been created, all these terrible, terrible myths where Ryland Clark regurgitated, spouted most of them about free iPads. Also, Susanna regurgitated a load of myths and lies. And let's not ignore that, because...
What were the myths and lies?
You get the free iPads and all, like an El Dorado welcome. It's gone mainstream. Myths and lies have gone mainstream,
okay,
and we got to challenge them.
So what?
We've got to push back at the moment as we've gone back all the way to the worst aspects of the 1970s, where racism is becoming mainstream, and myths and lies are being peddled.
The one thing I don't like about it, and it's happened more and more, is explaining why it's okay. People, this faux outrage, and we're talking 1%. They go, oh, why do you think you can joke about that? You know what? I know why I think I joke about that? Because you can fucking joke about anything. I want to go to them, why have you picked on that one? Because it's your thing. It's your, having to explain it. That's it. Saying why it's okay. Why it's not this or not that. Most people just want to be, they want to get in your face. They want to make your day as bad as theirs. And, I'm pretty good. I take it on Facebook. I explain to them, particularly if it's a journalist, and saying why, which surprises me when a journalist says, oh, do you think people are going to be offended by that? Yes, they're going to be offended about fucking everything. They'd be offended if I didn't put it in. Someone would go, why didn't you put that thing in? So you mustn't worry about it. So that's the worst thing. Having to pander to fucking 1%. And I don't have to, actually. Maybe I like it. Maybe I like telling them they're fucking stupid. But everything else is great. And even that bit's alright, because it makes you formulate an idea. So I've got to be right, I can't lie. So I've got to be totally behind everything I do and work it and make it bulletproof. What you can't do is make things bulletproof for 10 years' time. We don't know what's going to be offensive in 10 years' time. And that's why you shouldn't go back. People finding things that are 20 years old. Go, this is offensive. It's gone. Don't worry about it. There's nothing we can do about it. It's done. What do you want to do? Put him in detention. He's dead. Fuck's sake. Oh, right.
Yeah, should have been shot.
Oh, is this a racism thing?
Should. Bloody Asian.
Oh, bloody Asian. Right,
Yeah.
okay.
Why people not committing crimes? There's more Asians who commit crimes than white people. white people have got a lot more sense than you people.
Oh, do they?
Hold on. Why?
Because a lot of you are stupid.
What? How? Why?
Wow.
Why are white people better? Why is that?
White people are better than you.
Why?
Because they're more intelligent.
Oh,
On
wow.
what basis?
You stupid idiot. Ain't you?
I might be stupid. It's relative, right? But if you can explain to me why white people are more intelligent, that would be helpful. So I can better understand.
You shouldn't be in this country.
All right.
You
Where should we
shouldn't.
be?
You should have stopped where you were born.
Yes, I was born here.
No, you wasn't.
I was born literally in Slough,
No.
Berkshire. I was born in Berkshire.
No.
Yes.
I was literally born in Berkshire.
You should go back to India, where you come from.
Oh,
Not
we're
from India.
Should.
You're so ignorant.
You shouldn't be allowed.
Can we not entertain this, because this is nonsense? I don't want to see your face. I don't want to speak to you ever again. And to be honest, I'm going to report you for racism. I'm going to report you for racism.
Good.
Yeah, I will. I will send this to the police and I will report you for racism. Absolutely. But I won't be disgustingly racist.
So would you
Yeah.
say you are a racist man?
Yes.
And is that against all brown people or just specific religion?
No, not religion.
Or just anybody that's not white?
Yes.
So Muslim, Sikh,
Wow.
Hindu, anybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't like you.
You don't like brown people in general because we have no sense, right?
Doesn't matter.
No, but you said that we have no sense.
I
That's the
don't
reason.
like brown people.
Yeah, because we have no sense. Is that right?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, so you like brown people? There's no reason. Because
I've
I'm
got
suggesting,
no reason.
I'm saying to you that you just said that we don't have sense. That's the basis on which you don't like us.
When your parents were born or your grandparents were born, you should live there.
Right. Okay. Why?
Because we don't want you over here.
Who's we?
White people.
Is that all of the white people?
A lot of the white people.
How many? Percentage basis?
Millions.
Right. So
Millions.
Leicester being like having such a substantial minority community, I guarantee you the majority of people in Leicester probably won't have the same worldview as you do. So on that basis, your argument.
We should go. We could clear 100 million of you out of the country altogether.
What would you do with us?
Eh?
Send us out? Would you send us out? Where would you send us? Because we don't have visas or passports to go back to.
Yeah, we're
these
British,
countries
mate.
you're talking about. We're British, English. I'm English. I don't have a passport for India or Pakistan or Sweden or wherever.
Life will be back to normal, won't it? Soon, hopefully. You'll all be doing other things. I might do the odd one. There might be something else for you to watch. But it is, and it's not over yet. We've still got a few more. Thank you very much. Tell me about it.
It was during an interview with Zaheen, a local businessman, that things took a turn.
And how old are you?
32.
32.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah, no, we should. Can you not see we talking?
No, because
That's
you're going on
alright.
about your religion and Christians, the true life, the way and the truth,
How do you
mate.
know we're talking
Jesus
about
is the
religion?
way, the truth and the life. That's the issue we have with using in our country. You got to use raping our kids. This is our country. How about becoming your country and do that in your kids? Never gonna happen.
Yeah, it's
Never
in the
gonna
film.
happen, mate. We won't do that. When we become your country, do that to your kids. We'll get beheaded.
You know, we're
These are
filming
our
for
children.
we're
No,
filming for Sky
mate.
News.
What are you teaching them kids? You're mouthing
All right, no.
Go on,
for that.
say something about my kids. Go on.
The camera's rolling.
I don't care.
Just
They're
relax.
my kids.
Just relax.
mate.
My kids in my country.
Let's walk.
To avoid an escalation of the confrontation, I attempted to move Zaheen away.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Because I'm used to this conflict.
No, but that's
my.
no one should be used to that.
But moments later, he turned around, concerned for his twin sister, who at this point is surrounded by the group.
So why are you making me? Why are you acting like I'm the problem?
I attempted to speak to them, giving them an opportunity to air their views, but tensions were high and a calm conversation seemed unlikely.
You're just racist. Just carry on. You are racist. You have to face.
So he walked away. A woman who worked at the local bookshop had heard the commotion and came to speak to us.
Have you ever seen anything like that?
No, well, there have been protests.
And of course, Warwickshire County Council's gone to reform. So I think it's given certain people a licence to be aggressive and to be racist.
Wow, to hear that actually is saddening, and I think what I've just heard is not the case at all.
So why are asylum seekers here in Nuneaton living in residential properties, and how did we get to this point? A few years ago, asylum seekers in Nuneaton were few and far between, in single digits. But by June of this year, that number had surged to 247, none of them in hotels. Instead, they're living in dispersal accommodation in the community, side by side with locals. That works out to 19 asylum seekers per 10,000 people, placing Nuneaton 87th in terms of concentration. The growing number of asylum seekers is now at the heart of political debate, and the conversation has largely been steered by the Reform Party, but even they haven't decided on a solution.
Women and children, everybody on arrival will be detained. Deportation of illegal immigrants, we were not even discussing women and children at this stage. If a single woman, etc., comes to Britain, they will be detained and deported.
The current government has also introduced fresh policies, amongst them plans to make it easier to remove foreign-born criminals who commit crimes in this country.
Sufjan Stevens. The only thing, I use that as the last song on series 2 of Afterlife. Beautiful. How are you? Exciting times in America and for the rest of the world, I think. Which is a good thing, of course. Where are you watching this from? Stressed? Upset? It's not over yet. What are you upset about? I don't know whose side you're on. Going slightly mad. Crazy in the US. Forget the election. Forget all natural disasters. Forget that we're a dying species on a dying planet, circling a dying sun. Let's get to the important stuff.
They kept telling you that Kamala was the candidate for women, but most women voted Trump, and overwhelmingly so in the case of white women. They kept telling you that women in America cared more about abortion than they did about the price of milk and eggs and housing and gasoline. They really believed that. But women in America need eggs and milk more often than they need an abortion. This rabid preoccupation with liberal nostrums, with a dogma more dogmatic than any of the Holy Roman Catholic and Apostolic Church. The dogma of liberalism is what has done them. They don't understand that the vast majority of people out there in America, in Europe, all over the Western world, the vast majority of people don't give a toss about all that. They're interested in their lives. It's the economy, stupid. It's the culture, stupid. It's the sense of being secure and part of your own country and not despised and reviled by the people who rule you. Kamala Harris, like Hillary Clinton before her, showed it all over again and again and again. This was, above all, a revolt of the American working class. One of the great gains of this campaign is the abandonment of this ludicrous term, middle class, to describe blue-collar union labor in the United States of America. Suddenly everyone is talking about the working class in America. It is the working class in America, of all colors, that has been peniorized, has been anathematized, slandered and smeared as ignorant, as illiterate, as lacking in the social graces, as garbage, as deplorables. It's the working class what done it for Donald Trump, and he better not disappoint them. If Donald Trump picks the monsters from the swamp like he did last time and puts them in charge of vital areas of America's national life, his administration will fail. If he genuinely puts America first, he will succeed. He will make America great again. I say this with all love to the American people. Stay home and fix house. Get your soldiers out of Syria. Get your soldiers out of Iraq. Get your material, men, money, and diplomatic support out of Ukraine. Get out from under the mass murderer Benjamin Netanyahu. Go home, America. I say it with love. Go home, America. Yankee, go home and fix your own country. Fix your roads. Fix your bridges. Fix your railways. Fix your housing stock. Fix the living standards of your own people. Fix the racial and other divides amongst your countrymen and women. Heal yourselves, physician, before seeking to heal the rest of us. We love you, but we don't need you. We don't want to be you. We won't agree to be ruled by you. And that's in your interest to heed this call. Heaven knows God blessed America. Heaven knows from sea to shining sea, you have been blessed with everything that nature can bestow. Use it. Use it for good, for the good of your own people. First and foremost. Put America first, Mr. Trump. Keep the neocon, reocon, retread, recycled, George Bush, warmongering, genocide-loving, Elliot Abrams, John Bolton, Mike Pompeo, to the garbage can with them. Give RFK Jr. the power to tackle Big Pharma. Give Tulsi Gabbard the power to pursue at least a remotely ethical foreign policy. Clean house. Clean the Augean stable of all these criminals that hunted you. This is the greatest comeback since the rumble in the jungle, since Muhammad Ali shuffled and flattened the big ugly bear George Foreman, though Kamala Harris will never make a living selling barbecue sets after this. Matter of fact, she can go back to finally working in McDonald's, where she never worked all along. She can go back to being an Indian. She can drop her kaleidoscope of accents. A Southern belle here, down with the kids in the ghetto there. She can stop pretending all the identity politics mess that she has draped herself in throughout her career and throughout this electoral campaign. This comeback of yours, Donald Trump, gives you an enormous mandate. And you can't run again. You don't need to do anything to please these special interests, these lobbyists that will now be swarming around you, as earlier they were swarming to destroy you. President Trump, you have 4 years to make America genuinely shining city on a hill. You'll be greatly helped by the mass exodus of all of those that promised they were leaving the country. Bono was going to leave life. He's going to drive a car off a cliff. Hundreds are gathering at cliff tops all over the country, waiting for him to show up and keep his promise. Tom Hanks is going to take a one-way ticket to Canada.
Oh, well, there you go. That was a load of b****, wasn't it? I've had lots of requests from people to sponsor this, but they keep coming up with ideas. You know, really good money, but doing things. And I don't want to do anything. I just want it to be this. So any companies, I'll do it if I can just say, this is a load of bollocks, sponsored by What's It, thanks for the money, here's a donation to animal charities, and then just do the normal show. I don't want to do anything but this. And, so, yeah, sorry about that. I wish I'd never asked now. I'm having to turn down really good money because I don't want to change this. I mean, that's ridiculous. Why? Well, let's stay sane. Be nice to animals. Cheers. Hold on, where's the thing to turn it off? It's gone. Oh no, it's there. Tatty bye, everyone. Tatty bye.
Comedian Ricky Gervais has weighed into the US presidential election by poking fun at celebrities who claim they know best when it comes to politics.
Hi guys, Ricky G here, wellness and beauty influencer. As a celebrity, I know all about stuff, like science and politics. So trust me when I tell you who you should vote for.
He went on to mock some of those in Hollywood for the over-the-top reactions we've been seeing when they endorse candidates and some of the fear that is getting spread aimed at anyone who may be thinking about voting for the other side.
If you don't vote the right way, that's like a hate crime and it makes me sad and angry and I'll leave the country. And you don't want that.
I promised myself I wouldn't get emotional, but you know what? We should be emotional. We should be upset. We should be scared and outraged. We should.
Just like Kamala Harris, I too have been the underdog. I've been underestimated. My success belittled and discredited. I believe in every word that comes out of her mouth. She's passionate, she's compassionate, she shows empathy, and most of all, she is not delusional. Yeah. Kamala recognized that this country is at risk, that the economy needs to get stronger, that the cost of food and the cost of living is too high. Damn, it's even high for me. I believe her when she says, under her, buying eggs and milk won't break the bank.
Look, I'm frustrated about a lot of things in this country. I'm sure you are too. But the other guy, he spent 4 years turning us against each other while embracing dictators and tyrants around the world. That's not who we are. We don't need to make America great again. Come on, we are great. The truth is this: Kamala Harris will protect your right to disagree with her about policies or ideas, and then, as we have done for centuries, we'll debate them.
Something you need to know about this election and about why people lose their nut in America when their side loses. Put simply, this weekend, both sides are being told by their silos on the internet that they are definitely winning the election.
David Brent is not Trumpian per se. Like, he has some qualities that people could see, like read into it and say.
He is like Trump, but the big difference is that Trump's a winner. Right. You know, Trump gets his own way, and David Brent doesn't. Because deep down, David Brent is sort of a nice guy who just wants to be one of the gang. He doesn't have to be the best, he just wants to be in the ballpark. Do you know what I mean? He wants to be on the team.
Yeah.
People often say to me, they say, "Oi, Brent, you know, you're a philosopher. You're a leader of men. you're a great comedic mind, but is there anything you won't joke about? And I always say, yes, they're handicapped. So I will not laugh at them or with them.
It's a very strange example. I mean, it's not an example because there's never been anything quite like it, but Trump has more in common with David Brent than he has JFK. You know, he's a man who wants to be loved, who wants to be famous. You know, he was the host of The Apprentice.
Yeah.
You know, and he's clearly more ruthless than David Brent. And I think that's the difference.
That's a big
It's
difference.
just harder. It's harder to have sympathy with him, I think.
What is the best thing about working in the TV and film industry? Oh, God. Well, it depends. It depends who you are and what you like. Some people have a horrendous time. I mean, I'd like to say, okay, for me, it's that I love those things. It's that I love TV. I can't believe my luck that I'm working in my favourite thing. My favourite form of entertainment, I'd say. But what's the best thing? Why do I like it so much? It's coming up with the ideas. Above all else, obviously the money's great. It's nice to do well. You know, I like everything: writing, directing, producing, acting. I even like the marketing of it to a certain extent. I just like, because I know that's part of it. But my favourite thing is coming up with an idea. When I come up with an idea, I get an adrenaline rush. I go, oh my God. Oh, can I do that? That is the best. That's the best thing that I've reached a level or demanded that if I have an idea, I want to do it my way. So the creative process. That's the answer. The creative, doing something I love and coming up with the ideas. And there's lots of frustrating things. You know, things go wrong, and you know, politics getting involved. People, you can't say that. You can fucking say that. Stop treating people like idiots. That's like worrying about a heckler. The way they treat things in like TV and film, and one person complains, they will go, oh, we better look at this. No, don't look at it. You wouldn't look at, if the heckler shouts your shit, you wouldn't go, oh, okay, I'm going, bye. You go, shut the fuck up. What do you know? So I don't know why people pander so much to a few people not liking it. They don't have to fucking watch it. But apart from that, I like it. I even like that bit. I even like annoying some people. Any psychiatrists watching? Bit of Steely Dan, Barrytown, off Pretzel Logic. Jane got me some original vinyl of Pretzel Logic for one of my birthday presents, so that's why I'm playing that. And that's what this is about. Not my birthday, because that was... I'm doing this to thank people for my presents, because the Bollocks gang got together and above and beyond the Call of Duty, I mean, they shouldn't have done it at all, really. Or it's you I'm talking to. I do these things to thank you for stuff, and then you thank me for doing them. So this is sort of, I've got some questions which I can't get to all the questions anyway, but I'm using this to thank people. So I'm going to get straight to it, right? So I've got loads of different boxes, all from the general Bollocks gang. Anyone just tuning in for the first time, what's the Bollocks gang, right? It's you lot. It's, if you listen to this shit, you are one of the Bollocks gang. Happy birthday, you miserable little... So it's from the usual suspects: Bella, Freya, Gunnar and Andy, Joey, Leopold and Loveday, Leslie, Mark, Ollie Pickle Fan Club, Ollie Afterlife, the old laughing lady, Otis the Parrot, Scarlett, Selena, Susie, Titch, Bestest, Vampire Squirrel, Welsh Felix. I mean, I'm going to be saying those names a lot today, but in that particular hall was a lovely book of languages, a collapsible bucket, because I'm going to end up in a bucket, obviously, and some lovely chill out aromatherapy stuff I think that's to stop me using bubble bath, which is brilliant. I've got some lovely vegan chocolates from melon, toffee and fudge. I would have eaten those immediately, but I was saving them to show you, to thank you. So, I'm going to forget some people. Oh, what's the big card? Hold on. Oh, God. Right. No, that wasn't the big card. I think. Well, that's Mal Toffee fudge. And the humans, Amy and Michael. What's this? Oh, this is from Susie Hope. Look at this lovely thing. Look. This is a thing with all the bollocks going in there. I mean, you can't see it. You can't appreciate how amazing this is. But it's a lovely book with everyone in it. Look at this. I mean, the effort. The bollocks gang again. I mean, they're all in there basically. You could imagine. Just do. Oh God. From Trey and Fur Angel Susie Hope, sent by them, but this is all from the bollocks gang. Look at this. Look what they did here. I mean, this is pretty incredible. Same lot, innit? The same dudes, the same gang. There they all are. Titch and Rubes, Gunnar, Susie, Otis, Miss Emma, Gordon, Ralph, Wilf and Leslie, Pax and Welsh Felix. If I've forgotten one of your names, you know I'm including you. But look, anyway, look at this. Look at these amazing things they have done. Nothing's as good if you don't share it. Little quote from Afterlife. And so beautifully done. Oh my God, I'm a very lucky boy. I can't get over it, how thoughtful this is. Should I ask a question as I'm going along to Ollie Comic Strip? If I had to lose one of the following things, the ability to enjoy the fun things in life, the ability to enjoy music, or the ability to enjoy food, including wine. Well, I couldn't not enjoy the fun things in life. That is what life's all about. Then music. I assume I can still eat food and drink wine, and it still does what I just won't enjoy it. I used to be like that anyway. I didn't really enjoy food. Till I was like 18, till I was in my 20s, I thought food was just giving you fuel for going out and having fun. So I'd do that. I'd lose the ability to enjoy food because I could still enjoy everything else in life. I'm putting these away carefully. Sorry, guys. I know this isn't as entertaining as usual, but I have got to thank anyone because I'm just over the moon. I'm blown away. No one else gets this. I always say that George Clooney doesn't get the abuse that I get, but then he doesn't get all the presents either. Right. Oh, and this is lovely as well. Again, I should have organised this, but this from Lee of Holden Loveday and obviously all the gang. And a couple of things from the guy who the Waltons was based on. And so it's great that you've remembered all the things that I've ever talked about and said. What else is in there? Something from my bunion, a bunion sleeve, some vitamin D, some orthopedic things. So good. Oh, some catnip, some drugs for the cat. I've kept them away from her, but she knows something's going on because she kept sniffing around the box all the time. Look, Charlotte's Web, some shot glasses from Walton's Mountain. I mean, I'm sure I've forgotten something, but it's just amazing. So thank you to everyone, the whole Bollocks gang. I hope I've mentioned everyone's name once. And also got some balloons as well from Mel Toffee and Fudge. So I'll ask some questions so we don't run out of time, shall I? Titch, did we really land on the moon? Why haven't we been back since? Because right, yes, we did. We landed on the moon. Why would they lie? Why would they fake that, Titch? Well, why didn't they just, if they were going to fake it, say we landed on Mars? We landed on the moon. I'm pretty sure of that. Why did we go back? Nothing there. Nothing there. That's my answer. Gunnar, you and David Bowie in Extras is such a momentous moment for TV. Looking back at your career, what accomplishment do you think? Do you still not believe you're a part of? Well, that is up there, isn't it? Writing a song with your hero. Getting asked to write The Simpsons. Getting asked to do the Golden Globes. I think that might be it. I still think that might be it, though. Writing a song with David Bowie. Yeah. Surreal, isn't it? And then a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That's mental. That's mad, isn't it? That's the... Yeah. First one to get that was Dean Martin. They must be running out of people. So we started with Dean Martin. Right, this year's... There's no one left. Well, what about that fat bloke? Yeah, okay. Good one to him. Bella, I've been off my stick game recently, and I failed to find any really good ones worthy of being carried home. We know you like a good stick, so do you have any really good tips for finding really good sticks? Well, I mean, you've got to be on the lookout. And what I'd say is, don't just look at the stick as it is, look at the potential of the stick. So you might see a stick and go, oh, it's too big. Cut it in half, right? You'll go, oh, it's destroyed this and there's too much bark on it. Take the bark off, okay? So look at the potential, look within the stick. Like, when Michelangelo saw a big lump of rock, he didn't go, that's boring, a big lump of rock. He saw David, didn't he? He thought, oh, I can make that into a man. A tiny little... That was his first thought, I think. He thought, well, look at this big rock. What are you doing? Making a man. Oh, right. What sort of man? Just a handsome man. A tiny little... Right? Okay. Michael, Mr. Michelangelo, have you got a little... No. I'm just... This man. So look at the potential of the stick, Bella. Joey, I'm 9, so in human years, I'm not far off 60. Who do you think
looks best for their age. So there's a beautiful picture of Joey and a bath pic of me, right? So I know what he's done there. He's tried to suggest that he looks better, but he's not in the bath. So I don't think he'd look his best if he was in the bath. I saw Ollie fall in the bath once, right? When she was a little kitten, I was in the bath, and she got up to have a look and slipped, and it was like a fucking cartoon. She slipped in the water and went like that, and she was out. And then she just was in the corner, like looking at me, and she looked like a little fucking drowned rat. So Joey, I mean, you've got a picture of yourself looking great there, but I don't think you look so good if you fell in the bath, is what I'm saying. Dougal. Bonjour, monsieur. Bonjour, monsieur Ricky. You'll awaken to discover you have been wrongfully convicted of a crime. On the way to jail, what story would you invent to tell the other inmates to make you look tough and ensure you don't fear dropping the soap in the shower? I just wouldn't shower. I just stink. Make sure no one will come. Like I've got to worry now about people coming near me in prison. I think I'm pretty safe now. Like they all come out and they go, "Oh, some new place." I go, "Oh, fucking hell! No, you're all right, mate. You're safe." So what would I do? Well, hold on. I'm assuming. But if I was wrongfully convicted of something, they go hear about Ricky Gervais. He got wrong. Could I make something up? I'm assuming I'm not. They don't know who I am. Like, you know, I'm not famous. They don't know who I am. I'm just a bloke. What would I do if I was just a bloke? I'd say I was a hitman for the mafia. Because that's a double whammy, isn't it? Not only do I say I'm connected, but I'm like, you know, so I'm scary even within the mob. And they leave me. I just say, yeah, I was a hitman. I can't think of a scarier thing to say. So yeah, Dougal. Stupid question. Me going to jail for a crime I didn't commit. Scarlett. It must be amazing editing Afterlife 3, bringing the story to life with all the amazing characters, especially Auntie the dog, who plays Brandy. Do you have a favourite part of the editing process? Well, yeah. Auntie is involved in one of them. I've done a lovely little thing, a little special tribute within the thing to Auntie. No spoilers. I think my favourite part of the edit is finally putting the music on and making everything fit in, because it's sort of, you know, it's chicken and egg. So you plan it for a song and you do it, then you put the song on, then you have to make it fit, and back and forth. You might have to edit the music or edit the thing. So I'd say it's putting the music on. It just elevates it. Tony, I just accidentally hit and hurt my elbow walking around the house, then instantly called the door frame as if it was its fault. Do you do things like that? Also, do you think you'll be an even bigger hypochondriac? I don't think so. I don't think I could get worse. In fact, I think I'm getting better, because even though I'm closer to death, it's fairer. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I was 18 and I went to the doctor, I thought, oh, I'm gonna. I go, this is so unfair. But now I'm going, you know what I mean? I'm not so angry at the cosmos. So, yeah. Do I bump? No, if I bump into someone, or the first thing I think of is, whose fault is that? I'd love to blame someone. So I'd love someone. It's usually me. Like, who left that fucking cupboard? It was me. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you trip on the pavement, whose fucking fault is that? Council. is never mine. So no, I don't blame the inanimate object. But if it's someone's fault, it instantly annoys me. Even the weather. I think, who can I blame about the fucking weather? Is there anyone who told me not to bring out an umbrella? Oh dear. Daniel, I know you're getting old now. Brilliant. What do you think you'll do next after Supernature Tour is finished? More stand-up, TV or film? Definitely more stand-up. I can't wait to finish this one because it, with a pandemic and getting that. And Netflix already bought the next one. I can't wait to do that because every time I think I can be even braver and, so definitely stand-up. In fact, someone asked me, I don't think we'd get to it, but someone asked me if I had to give one thing up. Or if I could only do one thing out of writing, directing, acting and stand-up, what would it be? It would be stand-up, because it's all of them. So definitely, I want to do another stand-up. I think I want to do stand-up. It's the standing up bit that's the problem now. I've even thought that maybe my next stand-up tour I could sit down. I don't think people would care. I'm not Lee Evans. I don't jump around. I don't do backflips or dance or sing a song. So I could just come out, say thanks very much, and sit down in a nice armchair. I mean, Dave Allen used to sit down. Yeah, he was a stool and he was upright. But I might fall asleep, particularly if I'm drinking. Because when I drink and I'm standing up, you sort of, you're sweating it out and stuff. If I was sitting in a chair, I think I'd drink more. And then, like, fucking granddad from Only Foot. What if it was a commode? So I can't. Please welcome to the stage, Ricky Gervais. I come up maybe in a mobility thing. I come out like that, and that maybe just stay on that, or it just sort of tips me into an armchair, and that armchair is also a commode. So I could be sort of telling jokes and having a little wee or something and a drink. So I wouldn't have to worry about, because sometimes on stage I think, I better not drink too much because I've got to jump in the car and I might need a wee. Whereas if I was doing stand-up and drinking and weeing, I mean, that is the best worlds for me. You got to have an ambition, haven't you? So definitely more stand-up. Definitely more. I want to do another series. I love TV. I thought I had to drop one of that. The least likely is more film, because films are what they used to be, and you put all you film for like 8 weeks and it's just an hour and a half. Whereas TV, you can. It's different. But out of all those, definitely more stand-up. Probably more TV. Louise, hi Ricky. I'd like to ask you about the Supernature Tour. There was some very controversial topics discussed in the warm-ups. Will everything make it into the proper shows, and can Netflix choose or remove sections, or do they have to show the whole thing? Well, I hope they make it. The reason they wouldn't make it is because they're not good enough, or it's too long. Like, Humanity was 86 minutes long live, and I had to cut it down to between 60 and 70, and they let me have it at 76. So it was already longer than specials are meant to be, and I cut 10 minutes. So I don't think Netflix would ever make me cut anything unless I was breaking some sort of broadcast law, which I don't. I don't think they do it because they're scared of controversy or getting cancelled. And sometimes I lose stuff because I've already done a joke about that thing, or it's too long. There's some routines that are fun, but I haven't worked out how long they are versus how funny the punchline is. So do you know what I mean? So you just want the best, tightest, most laughs. Also, I want a bit of a narrative.
I don't just want a string of the funniest bits because I want people to go away with, oh, that whole hour felt like something. Do you know what I mean? You want it to be more than the sum of its parts. So all those things determine how long it is, what goes and what stays. But Netflix have never told me, they've never said you've got to take that joke out because it's too dangerous or whatever. That's never happened. But I'll take it out if it's not. It's just, if it doesn't feel right. Bird on a Mission. I hope you had a fantastic birthday. My question is, are we born with empathy or do we learn it from our parents, peers? And why do some people have none? Could it be an abnormality in the brain? Well, I think it is, because I think there's some fetal development. Like if the mother's like an alcoholic or a drug addict, it can affect the development of the kid's brain, and they can be born without sort of empathy. So it's definitely neurological as well. Having said that, everything being equal, and we're all born the same, you certainly learn kindness as well, or the opposite. So I think it's a bit of both. But I'll ask Sam Harris that on my next phone call. Bird on a Mission. Oh no, that was Bird on a Mission. This is Leopold and Loveday. Why does the way we perceive time change as we age, and the way we experience the passage of time? Is it the same for animals? No, I don't think animals think I've only got a couple of years left like we do. Well, I suppose time is relative. Time is relative, isn't it? If you're doing something you hate, pain that lasts for a couple of seconds feels like fucking hell ages, and doing something you enjoy is over in no time at all, isn't it? I suppose also, like now, well, everyone, but wherever you are in life, each day is a higher percentage of the rest of your life that you've got left, isn't it? Soon, one day, that day is going to be 100% of what I've got left, and working backwards. And we don't know what that is. We don't know what percentage we've got left. So, we better enjoy it and be kind to each other, like you lot are to me. What a very lucky boy I am. Well, I hope I've mentioned everyone at least once. I think I've shown the majority of all the gifts. I've answered most of the questions from the gang. Thanks again. It was, I think, the best birthday ever. Don't do it again, though. That was for my 60th. Don't spend your money on me anymore. You can spend it on things like this, for example, where all the proceeds of this book, and it's brilliant, go to All Dogs Matter. And this book, I think, is brilliant. It's the questions that Bella asked me, and I answered over the time here. There's a little pickle. Ollie's in there, and look, there's me and Bella collecting sticks. I'm going to be horrified if I've forgotten someone, but you know I'm thinking of you, whoever you are. If your name wasn't called out on any of these things, I have seen your name, and I really appreciate it. So, especially whoever called me a miserable. Thanks, gang. What a joy. So, yeah, thanks for following. Buy question time. Buy a little Ricky bag from All Dogs Matter. Be nice to animals. Tatty bye, everyone. Tatty bye.